Today we're going to be rebuilding the Las Vegas Raiders, who just straight up aren't in a great spot roster-wise. Of course, Brock Bowers was a super shining star for them, and I wouldn't rule out Michael Mayer yet. Of course, didn't play most of the year due to personal reasons, so we'll see what happens when he's actually out there as a starter. They're obviously going to be running them both. It's not going to be Brock Bowers better, Mayer's just done for now. I expect big things from him in the future, and it's not a great situation that both of your tight ends are your best weapons on the field. I get it. Jakobi Meyers isn't a bad player. He's like, what do I do? But you definitely wouldn't love to see him as your number one. You want him as a complimentary guy, but I suppose he is pretty good. So at least he got something going on. But yes, the weapons on this team are severely lacking. Seen a lot of Jeanty at 6. I get it. I understand why. And I honestly don't even hate it, but personally, I think wide receiver. You got to go wide receiver in this first round. I don't think you can trade up from round 2 because you still need more work. You know, on the defensive side of the ball, it is a doozy, even though they actually played well in real life, despite some injuries and just, once again, lack of talent. But the big name, Geno Smith. Obviously, they traded a third-round pick to get him from Seattle, and honestly, at the time, I just didn't understand it from Seattle's point or the Raiders' point. Now, though, Seattle getting Sam Darnold, I understand it. I understand what their plan was. They got a younger guy long-term. Did they get a better guy, though? I know it's kind of crazy to think because last year, Sam Darnold was great. And despite one of you guys, devil's advocate, we're all arguing, debating, and all that. When he was saying that the Vikings line wasn't that good last year, I'm sorry, but that's not true. The Vikings line was very good last year. Even after losing Darisaw, it's only going to get better next year when he's back. But that Vikings line is significantly better than Seattle's. Seattle's is one of the worst lines in the league in general, let alone if we're comparing the two. Vikings are easily top 10, Seattle bottom 3. The Raiders, we'll talk about that line. The run blocking's not great. They're okay as going against base versus base, but when they get blitzed, they are in shambles. Now, Geno Smith is a guy that, can get the ball out somewhat quickly. It's just, do you have the weapons to do so? Obviously, we know Bowers and Mayer even. I know, he missed most of the year due to personal reasons, but I expect him to be back and better than ever. Not that he's really shown much in the NFL, but we're hoping for some things. Jakobi Meyers, not a bad wide receiver. I'd like him as a complimentary guy versus a true number one, but it's fair enough. Running backs, definitely need to do something about that. Jeanty, 6, been seeing that a little bit. Might even be what we do here. I'm going to debate it. I really want wide receiver. I don't know if I would say McMillan for this team that high, but I really want a wide receiver. That's simply put. Geno Smith, once again, going from a team with pretty damn good weapons across the board, but a worse line, to a team with a little bit better of a line, for sure, but worse weapons. So, could you maybe call it a push, sort of? I mean, a good offensive line definitely beats good weapons every day of the week, every single time. It's not even a question. It beats it every single time, but by how much, So, it's almost a push situationally, I think. And then you move on to the defensive side of the ball where, things aren't looking great, despite the fact that they actually played pretty well as a team. Max Crosby didn't play the full season. Wilkins barely played any of the season. But this is not a great-looking roster, yet they actually did pretty well. And the time of possession for the Raiders weren't even that good. So, actually kind of impressed with the Raiders' defense, all things considered. They end up adding Jeremy Chin, the big name this offseason, and Eric Stokes. As a Packers fan, I got to tell you, yikes. As a rookie, Stokes was great. Ever since a rookie, no, not really. Doesn't play much. Yeah, I don't know. I do not like these DBs, specifically the corners. DT needs some work. Right end needs some work. Linebackers, obviously, Roberts was pretty good, but he's already regressed for us here. This is a side that needs a lot of focus, but a pick 6 overall, unless you're going edge rusher, which I could see, I think you need to go wide receiver, right? So this is a tough one. This Raiders rebuild is a true rebuild. This is going to be a lot of fun, I think. So if you guys end up enjoying this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and while you're down there, let me know what team you want to see next. This is a team that we should have gotten to a lot sooner. This was one of the biggest early moves in free agency, and I kind of waited out because I was like, well, the Raiders got to do something else, right? That's not all. Maybe, I don't know, Cooper Kupp, something. No, unfortunately. So we'll see what we can do for this team. This is going to be probably the hardest one we've done so far, though. Geno Smith's not going to last long, and honestly, with that face of Aiden O'Connell, either will I. All right, here we go. We are in the draft. I'm going to play it how it falls. We're at 6 overall. Pretty much nothing is out of the realm of possibility, outside of maybe Cam Ward not going in the top 5, but other than that, I'm taking him. If Abdul Carter falls to 6, I'm taking Abdul Carter, simply put. 1 overall, though, should be Cam Ward. It will be. Sanders at 2. Well, the real question here is, will we avoid Michael Williams going to the Giants? He is at 16th, I believe, in this board right now. Nope, doesn't matter. They're locked in. They're locked in. I can respect it, though. 4 overall should be Carter. It will be 5 Travis. It's not. Travis Hunter is sitting at 6, and man, that's a hard pass. That is a hard player to pass on. Could happen. Unlikely, but it could happen. Now, I'm really wanting wide receiver, and I've already done the whole Travis Hunter to wide receiver thing a few times now. I don't know if I want to pull that off again. There's so many players that we could be taking. Edge is up there, though. I will say Edge is definitely up there. If we could move to like 12 and land Pierce, that would be massive. Landing an extra draft pick when I have like 15 positions to potentially replace would not be bad. So I'm going to look, because there's going to be trades. I don't know if they're going to be trades at 6, but there's going to be trades, right? It's very rare that the NFL draft, especially the first round, doesn't have at least some sort of trade. So if we can move down to like 12 and pick up a second round pick for that, I think I have no choice. The Dallas Cowboys moving up for Jeanty, that would be, I mean, it writes itself, right? That'd be crazy if they don't take him, though. I mean, I'm trading down with the Cowboys. They're taking Jeanty. If they don't take Jeanty, I'm going to be so disappointed. I don't think they trade all of this for Jeanty, but that's not my job to decide. So apparently even getting 44 is too much, which they're also in agreement with, unfortunately. There's obviously more quantity than I wanted to give up, but we end up getting a second-round pick to move down only 6 spots. Jeanty, I mean, it's interesting, but there's some pretty good. They go golden at 6. Okay, I can respect it. He's moved up the board quite a bit, but yeah. Oh my God, all these wide receivers are going, dude. I mean, every single wide receiver. There's no way we're gonna get McMillan, dude. Jeanty's still there at 12. Now, I said I was gonna play the board how it lies, dude. I said I was gonna do that. Oh my God, Jeanty at 12. I mean, it's possible, very possible. Unlikely, but possible. I'm going to do it. I said I'm going to play up how it falls. We end up getting Jeanty at 12 instead of 6. We end up picking up a second-round pick on top of it. So it is what it is. Ashton Jeanty. I mean, so be it. I just, Jeanty is top 5 in this class. And he fell to 12. What can I say? He's top 5 literally in the class. Like, he's higher than Michael Williams for this. Michael, we have him at 16. Fell to 12. What can I do? I really was planning. I was expecting Jeanty to go to 10. I was going to plan on taking McMillan at 12. And instead, didn't happen. What can I do? And Nick Scorton's here in the second round, which isn't, out of realm of possibility. It's really tough not to take like Jalen Milroe as well and, kind of develop in the background. I could see that move happening too, but I'm just going to play the draft how I would play it, which is landing as many starters as I can. Nick Scorton's going to be my guy. I just took him in the Packers rebuild in the first round. Instead, we get him here in the high second. We get our running back, we got our edge rusher, and then, of course, we have that extra second-round pick from the trade down. I'm really starting to regret it, though, a little bit. I'll be honest. I really think we should have went McMillan. This would have been the perfect draft. McMillan at 12, and then, I don't know, freaking Henderson or Hampton in the second here. Like Henderson, Judkins, somewhere around that for 12. Would have been so perfect. And it might be a little early, but I'm going to be taking wide receiver Jaden Higgins here. 6'4", 6'7" wingspan. The Raiders need a big body guy. That's who we're going to be taking here. See what he actually looks like. 70 in true talent, normal development rate, 90 speed, 88 excel, 91 jumping. Hopefully we can develop him into a really good player. And I honestly have no idea what the coverage ratings here are for Kevin Winston, but I want to get a safety in here. 6'2", 21 years old, good hit power, very athletic. Get a new safety for this Raiders team. 105 true talent. Unfortunately, normal dev, but starter anyways. And then with our pretty much last pick of the draft, we have a 7th-round pick coming up, but that's about it. I'm not really sure what I want to do. Kind of want to go corner. We got Tommy Smith, Hill there still. I don't know. Could go linebacker as well. I can't believe all those linebackers are gone. Screw it, we're going to go linebacker Mondon. I mean, he's decently fast. A zone coverage. 88 true, normal dev. I mean, I think we got a lot of starters. I think we did about as well as you can. We got that extra pick with the trade down, got a wide receiver out of it. Arguably, though, like I said, I maybe would have rather had McMillan at 12. One of the good running backs at, honestly, 12 again. And then in the second, what the hell would we have done there? Because we went running back, edge. Yeah, we would still done edge. So we might have had a better wide receiver, but a worse running back, but we could have lived with that. Yeah, I don't know. I like our draft. And then the classic backup, Elijah Clark. I also think it might have been a little more realistic if we would have done McMillan at 12. But hey, you know what? I said I'm going to play it how it falls. Maybe the teams at the top are like, we don't want running back that high. We have other needs. And the Raiders are like, you know what? You've seen us do it with Brock Bowers. We're going to take good offensive players to try and build up the roster so when we do go quarterback high, we aren't just throwing them into the wolves like usual. Jeanty, though, looking unbelievable. Obviously always going to be worth the pick. Is he an X factor in this class, or is he a superstar? He is a superstar. Fair enough. 28. Might change that up. Nick Scorton, we've seen him a few times now, but 71 overall, hidden. Obviously only going to be star dev, but automatic plug-and-play starter for us. Great power move, great block shed. Still prefer the finesse guys, but obviously the value there was just immense. Worth it every time. Jaden Higgins, 71 overall, a little bit more raw, but big frame guy. Got that catch radius. We're going to hope that he develops as, our rookie of the year type of player. Definitely a new player for us, especially drafting him where we did. Kevin Winston, automatic starter at free safety. Very raw coverage ratings, but it could have been a lot worse than it was, so I'm A-okay with that. Then we have Madden 70 overall. We've drafted him a few times, but doesn't always develop, I gotta say. Little raw, but just athletic enough to be our starter. And then Clark, of course, a backup. I am kind of curious, though, to see where McMillan did go. McMillan went probably very short after. 15th to the Falcons, who want another tall wide receiver, man. Don't get me wrong, Will Johnson at 12 or even 6 would be a great pick too, but I just think that this offense, it needs some special playmakers, and that's what we went out and got. All right, Season 1 roster. The offense looks a little bit better. Not by much, because Higgins is still low overall, but we're hoping for Rookie of the Year, and we're hoping for a glow-up of the century from him, but we're probably going to be rocking the Raiders playbook a little bit. We'll see how it goes, because the Raiders playbook hasn't been terrible in the past for me, but we'll see how it goes, because I do want a little, glimpse of the Raiders, if you will. Probably should go Seahawks, but it is, let's go Seahawks, actually. But, offensive line didn't really change much here, because I don't think it's that bad of an offensive line. Yeah, if you have a chance, maybe address something there, but overall, I feel like even what we drafted, we needed more. Solomon Thomas, we actually just traded for him, right? And he's actually just going to straight up start for us. Oh, no. DT definitely would have been someone I would have went for. The Kenneth was there. Kenneth Grant was there, but, we don't really need a nose tackle, so I didn't go for him. Scoring is our new right end, Mondon right outside linebacker, Winston at free safety. Corner's definitely a big need as well. We just didn't address it, so it's just not a perfect world we live in, all right? I don't know what you want me to do. There's still so many players that need to be replaced on this team. Hell, even some of the guys we did draft might need to be replaced at some point. I feel like we did about as well as we can. We got a lot of money, so I'm not really worried about re-signings. Jacoby Myers, why does he have to be so old, dude? Signed him to a 2-year. By the end of that contract, he's probably going to be a slot guy for us at that point. I'm not going to lie. 3-year, 60 for Colton Miller. Another guy that's not as young as I was hoped. Stokes, even if he's a backup, I'm paying him, I guess. Okay, of course he wants to play hardball. Jack Jones, a little bit older, a little bit lower of a overall. Parham at 26, I don't hate a 3-year 20. It's really, against popular belief, contrary to popular belief, money does buy happiness. Whoever says that is not true is brokey, okay? Obviously, I get it, right? Like, it's not the sentiment of like, oh, you can't have fun if you have millions of dollars or whatever. It's that, rich people can be sad too. Obviously, that's true, whatever. But yes, having the money is nice. So that's why this rebuild, we'll re-sign everybody. This is the only kind of feel I get for that. So, I'm going to live it up, baby. I don't know what I was expecting for the season, but we definitely won more games than I did expect. 7-10. The Broncos went 3-4. If the Broncos are going 3-14, yeah, 10-7 is a pretty good season. Still, weirdly enough, puts us as the 12th team in the AFC. Don't know what the NFC's like, but I can't imagine we're going to be that high of a draft pick. Jeanty, the second most yards in the entire league. I'm trying to think of where he usually goes in sim. I don't know if I seen him on the Raiders? I don't know, but we actually had a really good start. 4-1, then we lost 4 in a row. We won one, it's like, okay, we're going to get back in there. And, we lost one, then we won 2, and then we lost the last 4. So there was a chance at the playoffs. It's just a bit streaky, and unfortunately a little bit too many L's in that streak. Didn't change the scheme, wanted to see what it would be like, and yeah, the passing numbers are pretty bad. But rushing, not terrible. Jeanty killed it. White also stole a bunch of touchdowns. Higgins completely wasted. I didn't even think about that. That really sucks. But, yeah, Bowers had a good year, I suppose. Either way, yeah, probably going to go to a little bit better of a scheme. Defensively, we went with a straight-up 4-3. Scorton wasn't great. Crosby was. Interceptions, Chin was amazing. Should go to superstar. Carlson was decent. Cole was decent. Yeah, a little disappointed by Higgins. Can't lie. But I don't think he would have won MVP or Rookie of the Year over Jeanty anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Higgins at number 7. We'll see what happens. Is he going to be our wide receiver 2 of the future or not? We're going to be definitely looking at wide receiver still. As like I said, I wouldn't hate Myers going to the slot, so we'll see what happens. But I do have cornerback as our focus scout because that's probably our biggest position in general right now of need. So we'll just see how the board falls, who's there and what kind of value we're getting out of those picks. As the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, they're going to restart that win streak. Let's take a look at any dev-ups we would have had offensively. Jeanty X Factor? No. Superstar would have been really good, though. Higgins goes up to a 76. Pretty good. It's not bad. Myers goes up none. Might have regressed, to be fair. And then, obviously, Geno. Wait, did Geno only go down 1 overall? Wait, that's actually insane. Did he really only go down 1? Wow. So, I mean, yeah, quarterback's in need, but we could get away with Geno being our starter again. Jeanty, 91 overall. I mean, it's going to happen, right? Defensively, Chin does go up in dev, which is awesome, but sadly, like, nobody else does. So I wouldn't say we're exactly at square one, but we're up there. We're up there at square one right now. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely could have been a worse season, right? It could have been just a complete loss. No dev up for Chin. You need a new strong safety. Just really bad. Geno could have regressed really hard, didn't. It's okay. It's like I still don't know what our chances are of, making the playoffs next year, unless there's a crazy good amount of free agents, which we have a lot of money to spend if there is. But, yeah, that's really just how year one goes. Jeanty is pretty good, but I'm actually going to go Colton Miller here. Colton Miller's a little older. We got him on a... Wow, that beard is... I didn't even notice it. Fantastic. You're killing it, dude. But, yeah, Colton Miller's a little older. It takes him a little longer to get upgrades, so makes sense to go with him, I think, instead of Jeanty. He's already a 91 as a rookie. But it is crazy, because even though Jeanty's a 91 overall, I still am regretting not going McMillan. I could have had a really good... Like, let's say, I think Judkins probably would have been the guy I would have went for. Let's see what overall he is. So, 91 overall Gent versus 83 overall Judkins. However, 76 overall Higgins... versus 80 overall McMillan. Okay, I don't regret anything anymore. I like it. I think we did a good job. Let's take a look at these negotiations. I think we took care of pretty much everyone. Like Jack Jones. Yeah, he's not a bad player, but I don't know. Of course, Zamir White, he had a great year. So, I mean, how do you not re-sign him? 2 year 9's a lot, but worth it. He had 13 touchdowns on the ground. Tyree Wilson, absolutely not doing that 5-year option. Kuntz was a 1-year deal in real life. Same with, pretty much everyone here. Mayo probably ends up on the team as a backup again anyways. But, yeah, that's pretty much that. A lot of money to spend. I'm hoping for something like a tackle, corner. I mean, a corner would be great. Kirby Joseph, Zach Tom, Jamison Williams. Okay, so we got some crazy names in here, and we have crazy money. I mean, this could be... Wow, Kyle Pitts is there. Damn, dude. This could be like an offseason for the ages. Kyle Pitts at wide receiver? Who said no? Who said it? Pace? Book, I don't know why he's there, but Pace? Yeah, there's some guys here that we're going to definitely need to throw some money into, I think. All right, we got some offers. Zach Tom. Giants are tying us here for Zach Tom. It'd be a huge addition to bring him in. Jamison Williams, Caden Ellis, Greg Newsome, and then, of course, Cordell Flott. I just hope we get at least 3. Please see... No, I don't want to see that. Damn it. I want to see at least 3 here. 4! All but Flott. That is surprising, especially Zach Tom. What a freaking offseason so far. And then Flott, I don't need him as much. I kind of just threw him on there just because I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to get Newsome, even though we're the highest offer. But, I mean, I wouldn't hate him. There's no way we also got Flott, dude. Like, there was a billion teams that wanted him. Wow, that is easily my... Wow, nobody wants Batonio? I mean, I'm turning this team into a freaking playoff roster right here in year 2. But yeah, I am really shocked that we got the players we did there, because most of the time, I mean, we're a good team that doesn't get players. Maybe the lower overall teams just have a better odds. I don't know. Like, we got some freaking wide receivers that shouldn't be there. Maybe it's just the class or the roster. Maybe the person just put rookies in there, which, once again, it's just brain dead, dude. Don't do that. That's stupid. Like, why? I mean, like, after the draft, sure, yeah, that makes plenty of sense. But before the draft, nobody wants that. Nick Cross, damn, that's a name. I mean, Winston's not a bad player, but Nick Cross is better. Those are going to be the two guys you go for. I don't have Batonio just yet, but man, what an offseason. And yeah, I mean, we spent a lot of money here, but they're not locked-in players, right? Like, if we do get Batonio, we don't have to keep him forever. Like, he can be gone as soon as next year. And even then, we still have $40 million left over, and we have significantly upgraded this team. Like, significantly. 86 overall Raiders, what's up? Brand new wide receiver 1. Higgins, I think, would still be your number 2, with Myers at 3. Could still go wide receiver, but I'm actually loving this. I think this is fine. Just keep developing Higgins. And then O-line, best tackle. One of the best tackle duos in the league. You know, Powers Johnson's a great left guard. This O-line's looking better. Defensively, of course, brand new free safety, brand new corners, 1 and 2. Brand new middle linebackers in 84 overall. What an offseason. Obviously, this isn't a fix-all, and, you know, it could come back to bite us a little bit with that money, but it opens us up to potentially taking QB in the first round, where before we might have went corner because we're still not ready for a quarterback, but now I think we actually kind of are. All right, we're in the draft. We have a couple of quarterbacks. Believe it or not, the guy that was at the top was actually the worst, Brian Kirkland, a 3-4 true top 5 projection. He looked better than that, and then once the key ratings showed, not that good. But then you got Burton and Johnson. Johnson around 1. I mean, both of these guys, specifically Johnston, definitely worth taking. Pick 10, I wish we were a little bit higher than that, but I think we should be fine. I'm just hoping these QBs don't go early. You know, most of these teams don't really need one. Saints probably will take. No, they won't. Giants don't take. Patriots obviously won't take. Jaguars shouldn't take. And then the Falcons are the only team here. And, okay, we're picking at 10. Any choice of QB we want in the entire class. I mean, we're taking Johnston. Bobby Johnston looks insane. BBAA. Very close to it. That's C. Throw power is great. Decent athleticism. QB1, I think, right? Pick 8 true. Oh, he's normal, Dev. I got to start him, though. Pick 10 true has got to be at least, I think it was 10, right? No, 8 true. Got to be at least 73, 74. Wins Rookie of the Year, gets a star, superstar. If he doesn't, it might be a process. We had a rebuild recently enough where that happened, but they turned out all right. But obviously could have been so much better. We also do have corner, but I don't really need corner as much anymore. I kind of need DT more than anything. But the guy's top 5, so if we get to like 22, I might have to at least look into making a trade up, because this guy does look very good. But as of right now, we don't actually need a corner. You know, Stokes at 3 could play corner too if we had to, you know. Maybe even is. I don't know why I said it like that, by the way. But, yeah, maybe he is even. Maybe we really, the Seahawks go QB. With Darnold? All right, but, yeah. Burton, probably going to be the guy. Huh? He's going to be better than our guy. That corner looks good. I mean, he's a 1-2. I'm going to keep going. I don't... Man, I really like... I want him, sure. But I also know that I have so many other needs. He's still there, dude. He's still there, by the way. There's no way. He's still there. Okay, I might have to trade up then. But I also do have an interior guy like Ricky Wells, who's a 1-2, B power move, A block shed. I also do have a bunch of defensive tackles, though, that are 3-4s. I can land both of those if I traded down from 10. But how do you pass on a top 5? Top 5, 76, 77 overall minimum. And it's at a position that sort of is still a need. I'm going to see what Flott looks like. I mean, he is small, but 77 man, 85 zone coverage. Not terrible as a number 2. This is tough. Whereas, I mean, I only need 1 DT to be fair. Keep forgetting we're not in that 3-4. I mean, I need a 1 DT. I could trade up from 10. Let's see how much it'll cost. It's Raiders there. It's the Chiefs, but... I mean, do the Chiefs even see us as a threat right now? Probably not. You're going to regret this, bozo. We traded with the Chiefs. They're going to be very mad at themselves when they allowed this to happen, as we're going to land ourselves a top 5 cornerback. Is he going to be number 1 overall? We've had a little bit of luck lately with the number 1 overall true talents. Chris Andrews, number 3. Hidden Dev. Okay, worth it. Okay, so Flott's going to be the number 3. Little undersized. I know he's 6'1", but 175. Pick 10 in the third round is going to be DT. It's still not going to be a perfect draft because we still are missing other positions, but as far as, man, we really need a linebacker too, dude. Oh my. But as far as like being limited with picks and potentially landing our franchise quarterback, even though he's not hidden dev, I don't hate it. Look at that lineman, dude. Look at that lineman. But yeah, we have 3 choices here. Reed looks the best, but they're all pretty equal, so we're probably going to end up going just based on who has the best athleticism. 37, wow. St. Clair is going to be very hard to beat, dude. He is insanely fast. 37 reps. Very fast Wagner. Wagner looks really good, too. And then we have Reed, who is arguably the worst of the bunch, but they're all insanely athletic. You do have Wagner, who is the youngest, but I think St. Clair's our guy. He looks crazy good. 82 true, normal dev. Now that I will have to look at. Wagner and Reed. Linebacker, we don't technically need someone. We could just rock Mondin and Eichenberg, but I wouldn't hate landing one of these two, preferably Patterson, but Eckel's also really fast, so I'm going to see how far they're going to go and see if I can pick one of them up. We trade off Jacorian Bennett, Tyree Wilson, and a 5th-round pick to get a mid to late, or not even really mid to late, but just straight up mid 3rd-round pick from the Steelers, which I don't think is bad, right? You're getting quantity. Maybe not the best quality, but you're getting quantity. And with this pick, we are going to be taking Mr. Mitch Eckel. That corner looks really good, too, but he not only is 23 years old, but he's also a little bit on the slower side. 79 true talent. Hidden dev Eckel, 91 speed, 90 excel. That guy's a freak athlete. Not our, best pick in the world with that DT, but the linebacker, definitely worth it. Pretty good draft. 7th rounder. I mean, who's going to be here? Probably nobody. And then in the 7th round, we're going to take a 4.25 UDFA. But like I said with the last rebuild we did, you can kind of tell the difference between the guys that have a good chance of hitting and not. This guy's a 4.25. But you look at the left side, great speed, great excel. At this point, you would expect that to say elite. So yeah, probably going to be normal development trait, 190 true. If he was hitting, that would have been just like the biggest shut up, you don't know what you're talking about moment ever. But no, as expected, he is normal dev. But not a bad class. I definitely want to see the 2 DTs we passed on and the quarterback, Burton. Everyone else, not as easy to see. Ooh, 77 overall, actually. Never mind. I thought he was going to be 73, 74. That's a pretty good pick. Of course, short accuracy is his number 1. Faster than I would have thought, too. I mean, we already knew that, but you know what I mean? As far as like looking at it right now. Don't know what number to put him at, though. 0 is cool, but quarterback, number 0? Number 9, I don't know, dude. I feel like number 2 would be a pretty good number for him. Imagine. No. Wait. But of course, we look at the cornerback, 78 overall, hidden. That's the biggest shock there. We knew he was going to be a good overall, but you usually don't get hiddens with these top 5 corners. We're like 50-50 so far on him. Let's see what that dev looks like. Star, expected. I was honestly expecting normal. Man, we have so many corners on this team. We have any single digits? 0. It's better than what we had there before. 19 or in something in the high 30s. No, thank you. Sinclair, 71 overall. Obviously still going to be our DT2. Could still develop. Wow, he's not great. Yeah, we should. If Wagner is the guy that's good out of the bunch, I'm never denying my true feelings of taking the youngest player possible. Like, just 21 versus 22, I'm taking the 21-year-old every time going forward, no matter what. From here on forward, that's the rules. Of course, it's going to be hard to beat Johnston, but Dev can easily do that. So we'll see. It would have been between him and Burton without a doubt. But I am also curious to see if Kirkland was anything decent. Normal Dev, 20 years old. Not really sure why they took him, but not my problem. Let's take a look at Burton. I think Burton will be hidden Dev. Where did Burton go anyways? He was higher than that. And there he goes. The Steelers, 73 overall. Damn it. Number 12 as well. Let's see it. Please be nothing higher than star, because I still really like Johnston a lot. Okay, I can live with that. That's fine. Let's go to the 3rd round now, where we will see the DTs that I clearly would have made a mistake on. Where the hell were they? Reed was one of them. Where's Wagner? So there's Reed. It was between Reed and Wagner, obviously. So Reed, one of them, already hidden dev. Higher finesse. I think even higher block shed, mind you. Star dev. It's still really bad. Like, that guy's automatically better than our guy by quite a bit. And then where is Wagner? Wagner went all the way to 26, 72 overall with, of course, hidden dev, 80 finesse. Like, could our guy not have at least been better finesse than these two? Please don't do it to me. Okay, it's still bad, but If they would have been superstar or higher, and I took the older guy, I mean, I feel like I would have set my bloodline back 20 years. But hey, with Johnston, maybe we'll get lucky. Get a dev up in training camp. Little upgrade, nothing much for Mr. Colton Miller. But yeah, automatically 77 overall versus 78 overall. I mean, technically 78 overall versus 78 because we're about to do target passing with him. Yeah, obviously got to start the youthful player over Gino. I'm not doing the realism thing this time. I was okay with it with what's his name? Winston. Because it is, bad play. I missed it by an inch. Because, they're both kind of older. But no, this time I ain't messing around. We ain't messing around here. Don't sell. The kids are watching. Oh, come on. Can't believe we missed that. We're still on par, though. I think we are. This is a tough one. Oh, okay. I hit the second one, missed the first one. It's got a really weird release, but I like it. I do like it a lot. I don't know why. That's a good one. He's not going to catch it, though. It's so stupid that the receiver just doesn't go for the ball at all. But it doesn't matter. All you need is the targets. You guys don't want to see this crap. But I didn't ask what you wanted to see. Did I hit it? Oh, it just barely grazed it. Barely missed it. All right, Johnston, you know what to do. Be a real one for us. Just real quick. Just be a real one real quick for us. I don't ask for much. All right, Season 2, brand new quarterback is out here. Mr. Bobby Johnston. He is a 78 overall, or about to be 78 overall. I think he's going to be just a scrambler type. Nope, he's 77 overall. Brand new rookie quarterback, hoping for the best with him. Obviously, in general, the offense looks a little bit better. You got a brand new wide receiver 1. You got a brand new right tackle 1. Still looking for other O-linemen. Center, right guard. Definitely look to replace them down the line. Wide receivers, hoping Higgins has a great year, get him to 80-something overall, and, we'll be cooking. As Jameson Williams, already 86 overall, we're fine there. Defensively, a little bit better as well, right? You got brand new corners. We went from, arguably the worst corner room into one of the deepest cornerback rooms, and once Andrews, done on the season, 82, 83 overall maybe, Newsom's 85, 86, it'll be, a top 15 maybe duo, and, maybe 4 years, year 4, it's a top 5, top 10 duo, perhaps. But, yeah, what an offseason we had, specifically free agency. We usually don't have these kind of free agent, gains, but we did this time, right? We got a lot of new starters, and that's great. I mean, usually, like I said, it's just we get maybe one guy, and then it's free, it's the draft. But this one, we actually got a lot of starters through free agency, so spending a little bit of that money, and I think we were pretty wise with it. And Zach Tom's smile, that's a man that just got paid. Not having a great start, I got to admit, but some re-signings, $101 million. Jeremy Chin definitely exceeded expectations. Not a huge fan of his ask. Of course, Max Crosby got that contract in real life. I'll try to replicate that with the idea, the mindfulness that we have already went through an extra season, so whatever he got in real life, probably just what we're going to do, right? It's just an extension. Caden Ellis, probably going to be gone, going to be honest. Trey Tucker, Michael Mayer. I tried to trade Mayer off before the season started. Nobody wanted him. I could have maybe got a 5th-round pick, but as far as, Trade Finder goes, nobody wanted him. Gino, we'll see what happens there. We might actually re-sign him. Maybe not a $13 million, but when he regresses, if he doesn't retire, we want that mentor type. I'd like to keep him around. But yeah, a lot of money, no real worries. We're fine. We're just re-sign who we got to re-sign. 3-year 106 is what he signed, so there you go. So I felt kind of bad about having to pay a 3-year 39 for Jeremy Chin, but he's an X Factor, dude. Wow. The Jeremy Chin revenge tour is on. I don't even know who he's getting revenge from, but it's on. It's on. You can't stop it. So this quarterback's pretty bad, apparently. I don't know. I didn't see how he actually played, but we went 4-13 after sitting Geno Smith. Went with the Falcons playbook, and then I went with the Packers playbook right here after this Chiefs loss. We won against the Falcons. I'm like, wow, okay, well, that's crazy how important the playbooks are. And then we lost 4 in a row after. And crazy enough, I mean, that's not even the craziest, toughest schedule we've ever seen. So very surprising. But Bobby Johnston obviously outplayed Geno, not by a whole lot, to be honest, but it is still a better season. That scheme's going to do it for you. The rushing touchdowns are gone. They're gone. Jeantys still great, but they're gone. Higgins, pretty good year. Jameson Williams, really disappointed about that touchdown, but yards are good. Myers, decent. Then Bowers, 641, 6 touchdowns, playing the majority of the season with the Falcons playbook. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that at all. Might have to go Chiefs. Just because, like, wow, I can't believe Zach Tom gave up 11 sacks, and then Meredith gave up 12, dude. It's crazy. Scarton, 13.5. Please go to Superstar. I beg of you. Wilkins, hopefully he goes up in dev. Sinclair was just terrible. Crosby, obviously amazing. Interceptions kind of low. Daniel Carlson, what a guy. What a damn god. Take a look at the yearly awards. Josh Allen is your league MVP. I don't even think we're going to win Rookie of the Year. We don't. It was so close. Of course, we lose to a freaking player named Jamarcus. What are the actual odds, man? I'm telling you. And then we lose freaking Andrews Rookie of the Year to Harbor. I'm harboring ill feelings. Well, that sucks. I mean, we feel like we went backwards after a season, an off-season roster-wise where we went forward. But you know what? We're healing. We have the Lions and the Bills in the Super Bowl. I can live with that. The Bills win. I mean, I can live with that for sure. Who retired? David Bakhtiari. Got a new message. I love seeing those. Free XP, free upgrades. Let's take a look at those DevUps. Higgins, please. No! Johnston goes to 83. Jamison Williams doesn't go up a singular overall. And then defensively, we have Mondon going to star. That's actually pretty big. No DevUp for Scorton, though. Really blows. But Mondon, 79 overall star. That's obviously a good one. Really disappointed Scorton. 13.5 sacks, no dev up. Damn. If he has another double-digit season, though, and he doesn't go up in dev, we'll force it. But I can see it, 13.5. I wouldn't say you luck into 13.5 sacks, but you got Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby on the other side and next to you. Yeah, it's going to help. It's going to help a little bit, so we'll allow it. But if he does it again, yeah, okay, he's a consistent performer, I think the best example would be like Leonard Floyd with Aaron Donald, having that season he did. Although I say that, and I'm just like completely disrespecting him. He's actually had some seasons. I've always seen him as a good player, but not like an elite player. But he's been a pretty damn good player in his career. I'll drop the disrespect a little bit. All right, you know what? He's not a good example. He's him. Like, trust me, he's played with some good edge rushers that has helped him, but he's done his part. All right, before we head into the offseason officially, Brock Bowers is a fifth-year option. When you're a 93 overall plus guy, a fifth-year option ain't going to hurt us, so we'll do it. Caden Ellis is actually not a terrible middle linebacker. I think we can do, I don't know if I would say better, but we can upgrade long-term this year. Trey Tucker, we don't even need him right now. We got Myers as our 3, and then we talked about Gino, but that is a little costly. I'll go for a different mentor, especially since the season we had with Bobby Johnston. Maybe you don't want a mentor in him after all. But $71 million, we have some needs. I'm not fully sold. That's Tyreek Hill's here. I'm not fully sold on Higgins just yet. We'll see. We're going to definitely scout wide receiver. I'm not sure if we're going to actually replace our man, but we need some linemen too. We've done the Frank Ragnow / Elton Jenkins thing a little bit lately, but Frank Ragnow is that guy. So why the hell wouldn't I re-sign him? Or not re-sign him, but sign him? This would be a pretty insane offensive line if we brought him in. Like, everyone wants to join us for some reason, too. So who am I to deny what others want? I'm just a people pleaser. If he wants to join us and make our offensive line arguably the best in the entire league, who am I to say no? All right, Frank Ragnow and Blake Cashman. We got about 3-year 43, was it? 44? 43.5, I think. And then Blake was a 1-year 9. Definitely expensive, but I kind of just feel like this is a move that the Raiders would do here. They're very much so a team that constantly gives, once upon a time, decent linebackers off ball a starting job. So will he even be our starter? Who knows, but it's good to have a guy there. 81 overall, why not? All right, we have pick number 3. 3 overall with a team that has their franchise quarterback. That is unbelievable. Very unlikely for us to take someone this high, but I did scout. Top 5. He also looks way worse than he did before I scouted him further. He had a bunch of A to C's. The catching was a B to D in fairness, but I didn't think it was actually going to be a D. Thing is, wide receiver is a little different, especially this early. That is compared to the rest of the class. So if he has 75 catching and like 15 players have 76 plus, he's basically a D. So he's probably going to have decent catching. You also do have Joey Clark, who's around 1 as well. Looks a little bit better, I will admit. 4.49. And then, of course, you do have, if I can see him, Mr. Marquise Taylor, 6'5" as well. Went for the tall guys. Looking like we're going to take one of these players. We're going to probably go down to about 20. Christie could definitely be gone by then, but I would assume one of the 3 will be there, and I like all of them. So I'm hoping for some generational wealth here. I want some generational wealth. So We're going to make a trade down to around 20. See what we can get for it. All right, we trade Meredith, Stokes, and a first-round pick, 3 overall, for 1, 2, 3, and a first next year from the Falcons, of course, 21, and the adjacent picks, if you will, or corresponding picks each round. They go with a pass rusher. We're going to 21, which it seems like Christie's still there. I mean, that's going to be our guy, I suppose. Brett Christie. I don't think he's the best out of the bunch, but top 5's top 5. You know, I really think the other guys are going to be better, but that's fine. Brett Christie, top 5. Okay, I guess I'm wrong. True talent 1, but he's normal dev. I mean, he's still got a higher ceiling than Higgins, but we basically just drafted another Higgins, right? The guy could be a 77 overall, which is 3 overalls less than Higgins. I'm telling you, dude, I think the other guys were better. I really do. I'm half tempted to take them too, because, I mean, in theory, we do actually need another wide receiver because Myers is on a contract, but we have Higgins, so it's like, well, clearly you don't. I do like Taylor, but he's tall, so this is actually backfiring a little bit. Now I actually do want the shorter guy, but look at all these tall guys, 6'9", 6'6". But in the second round, we do have Verdon and Lecarius Mixon. If I don't go with them, I can go Bennett, who looks really good later on, and I would definitely be willing to bet that he's hidden dev. Not for sure, but I'd be willing to bet it. I think we're going to trade down to the end of this second round. I think that's going to be the plan. Actually, I'm going to take one look at Verdon and Mixon real quick. Mixon, B, 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 and then there's a C in there. That's 3 Bs and a C, in case you were, you're counting at home. And then Verdon, yeah, I mean, they're good, but they're not great, so let's trade down again. I'm getting first-round offers next year, and I'm honestly half tempted. I'm going to look at the Rams and the Seahawks. Rams, Seahawks, Dolphins, and I might take this trade down, honestly, because I don't really have that much this year, and next year it might be a different story, and I have plenty of draft picks to fill what I need to this year. So, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna see what we can get for this. If I can get a first round next year from a team that might be looking for QB, like the Buccaneers, dude. Are you kidding me? I'm going to see where we're at with this trade. There's no way, right? This might be an insanely lucrative trade for us, which it should be, because we're basically giving them a late first for a third-round pick, a late third-round pick, mind you, without that first-round pick. So, yeah, that first-round pick should be good. It should be decent. What are they going to take at 3? They take a left tackle. I wonder if they took wide receiver in the first round. Like, how are they actually good? Like, yeah, how did they have a good season while being a bad team? That's so confusing. And I'm getting greedy again. We're getting a third next year from the Eagles. This is the lucrative trade. We are going full on mass money. Wait, Marquise Taylor was still there? Oh, I should have taken him for sure. That is a mistake on my part. That guy was definitely worth taking. Green, was he the fast one? Damn, I might take Green. I kind of like Green here. Haskins was fast too, but I think Terrell Green's worth the pick. He looks really good. CCBB with speed. 27 true. Hidden dev. I mean, arguably better than the other guy. Not only just because of the hidden dev, but the fact that he's 97 speed. So our wide receiver took a 21 is arguably worse. Even though he's a 1 true talent than the guy we just took there. Safety. There's safeties still here too. Oh my god, this might be one of the best drafts we've ever had. This is right up there. Zone coverage. So we have... that's a linebacker. We have Crothers, who's a B zone coverage, and Ralph Logan, who's a B zone coverage. Can't remember what the speed was. One of these guys is really slow, though, I'm pretty sure. Don't even really need safety, but I also don't love the way that our free safety currently is developing. Nah, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take Alfonso Bennett and trade up for a lineman, I think. 42 true. And hidden, yeah. I mean, he had the build, but then again, so did the guy we drafted last year, and he was normal dev, so you just never know. I'm going to trade up with the Jets and possibly call it a draft. I don't love the safeties, and ultimately, I think if you're going safety, you should use them the year you're drafting them, and right now, I don't think any of these safeties are going to be good enough to use right now. So, yeah, that's the plan. Is to trade up, get that lineman. Might have been an overtrade. I don't really care. We got a lot of trade value from trading down, so... it's only fair. Okay, who is that? Who is Miss Sweet Mama? Oh my god. Bro, I really don't, like, I get people logging in all the time. I don't know who any of these people are. Genuinely. I don't know who these people are. Are they trolling me? 19 true talent. Of course he's normal. But, like, are they trolling me? Like, can you, like, add a friend, and as long as you add them, you'll show up? I swear I'm getting trolled. Because I've gotten multiple of these people, and I have no idea how to remove anybody. What a disaster. Romero? Okay, I'm going to trade down. Not me trade down, but let's go to 27, get him. Oh, actually, we need a linebacker. I completely forgot. Do we have a linebacker there, though? Ooh. Well, Blake Cashman's a starter. Glad I got him, because I just sold George Romero. What a name drop. Hidden dev. All right. Might be a starter, actually, because our current right guard is Dylan Parham, and he's normal dev still. Weather's been so insane lately. Oh, it's freaking nice. Super cold, rainy. It's a disaster, but also pretty damn cool. 6'2", I mean, 7th rounder, 2 to 3. He's going to be terrible, but why not? Because he's terrible, that's why. Is that Michael Mayer? I'm sorry, he did not deserve that stray. I wonder if the fullbacks are being drafted, because only 5 fullbacks seems a little low. 176. Been having some luck with fullbacks lately. They've drafted 2 hit-ins out of the last 3 rebuilds, I believe. Not so far, though. That was the first fullback we've taken this draft, to be fair. There's a rebuild, but still. Let's take a look at the recap. What are we looking at? We have got 70. Okay, so that guy is really good. 79 overall normal. How does he... 99 spec, by the way. 91 change of direction at his size. Yeah, I mean, he is a very good player, obviously, but just no hidden dev, which is just... sucks. It sucks. Wide receiver Terrell Green. I mean, I don't know what you do here. You definitely try to get rid of Myers, but, I mean, what are you going to really get for him? And then, of course, Higgins. I mean, he's, kind of being pushed out here at this point. We should be able to get decent value for him, right? So, in theory, try to find somebody to pick him up, I guess. See what else we got for the rest of the team. DT Alfonso Bennett, 73 overall hidden. 80 finesse, 70 block shot. This is what I was hoping for, which we could have had last year, to be fair, if we would have drafted one of the other 2. We've missed on them bad. Another star dev. So, yeah, literally one of the guys that we looked at last year and sold on by not grabbing. But we made up for it this year. It's fine. We're okay. O-line, do I really care? Not particular. They're linemen. They're linemen. That's all I got for you. They're linemen. What were we going to do, though? Yeah, the wide receivers. Christie. I don't think Jackson was one of them. Clark definitely was. Joey Clark, 75 overall, 92. So definitely better than Joey Clark. No arguing that one. Definitely better than Joey. What about the other guy who we could have actually had? I think he was really late. Could have had him as well with ease. But we needed a different size player, so I don't really hate that we went with Green. Green's pretty good. 74 overall, Taylor. I guess they were all just normal dev. Okay, never mind. We made the right decision. All right, it is year 3. I think we're going to go with the Chiefs playbook. And it's not just because, that's a really good playbook. It's the best playbook to also involve the tight end. There's a lot of rebuilds where I don't really care about the tight end. This is not one of them. Brock Bowers is him, and I want him to succeed. The Chiefs are by far the best playbook in the game for tight ends. The Falcons, I thought, were the second best, and that didn't really work out. So we're going to go with the one that's going to give him the best chance to succeed. Jameson Williams just really didn't have much of a year, and obviously Higgins, we pushed him out. We gave him 2 seasons. He really didn't show a whole lot. Christie's the guy now. He's already a higher overall, or very close to it. And then we look at the defensive side of the ball, where, we still probably need a replacement for the middle linebacker. Free safety, we'll see how Nick Cross wants to play it out. And then, of course, Jeremy Chin, once again, has surprised me. 29 years old. X Factor. What a guy. What a guy. Still some improvements to be made, but with that Chiefs playbook specifically, as an 88 overall team, I expect playoffs minimum. Ooh, Bennett's a superstar. Nice. I realized that was probably a jump scare for you guys, and if it was, I apologize. Jackson Powers Johnson. This money isn't infinite, but for right now it is, and that's all that matters. I don't think about the future. I spend what I've got, and whatever happens, happens. Wilkins, this, especially since he's red, I'll throw the 1 year 25, but as far as that goes, I'm not going to do any more than that. Glaze, I probably should have traded him, but, it is what it is. Jeanty needs a contract. We'll do that at some point. What's his damn name? Freaking Carlson. That's the one. We'll give him a contract. He's been pretty good for us. So 1 year, I was about to say I'd probably wait as well. How was he playing anyways? He played great last year. Ooh, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, $44 million, not great actually, considering we have a quarterback on a rookie deal. You take that away and we can't afford Wilkins for sure. Here we go, headed to the playoffs. What do we got for ourselves? We have an 11-6 season. Okay, at one point we were 9-2, so 11-6 is definitely a bit of a drop-off. Keep forgetting we're in the freaking Chiefs scheme as well, or division, I should say. Also use their scheme, but 9-2 start. Not a great finish, but an okay one in the playoffs. That's a good start to year 3 here, as we're going to have a chance. Maybe do some damage. Bobby Johnston, 45 touchdowns, 15 picks, 4,500 yards. It's crazy. Of course, he is still better than when he was a rookie, so it's not just like, well, that playbook is OP, which it definitely is. But 83, 84 overall, I believe. I think 84 to start, because I did the training camp after we did the, well, this is the team and whatnot. He's a good player, so it makes sense. But at the same time, that's a crazy year 2 glow up. Looking at the rushing numbers, of course, Jeanty was good. Not great. Christie, amazing. That should be Rookie of the Year. Williams, not bad. Bowers, great. Green, not bad. And then Jeanty in the receiving numbers, pretty good. O-line, not loving these tackle numbers. These guys are so good, yet, yay, they don't care. Scorton, 8.5. That is down from 13.5, obviously. So that's why we didn't jump the gun with that, forced dev. But watch, this will be the year he gets a superstar because of those tackles for a loss. Max Crosby's great, obviously. Wilkins, good, not great, but he's a defensive tackle. And then Bennett as a rookie, 4 sacks, fair enough. Picks, pretty damn low. Kicking, pretty damn bad. Punting, always going to be great with A.J. Cole. Yearly awards, where was our QB? Oh, Kyler Murray wins MVP. We didn't even do that in that Cardinals rebuild. He was very close. I think he was number 2 and 5, if I'm not mistaken, as his best. Whereas here, we can't even get our quarterback who had 45 touchdowns on the list, so that's kind of interesting. Award wins, Christie, Rookie of the Year, no shock there. Defense Rookie of the Year, Bennett at 3. Wish he would have had a little bit more. I need a dev up there. Best QB, 6. Best running back, 3. Best wide receiver, 6. Best O-line at 5. Best D-line at 2. Best linebacker, nowhere to be found. Best DB, obviously nowhere to be found. And the best kicker, definitely nowhere to be found. But we've made it to the playoffs. All that matters, you're in. You got a chance. We have the Ravens here, both 11-6, both 89 overall. We have just as much of a chance to win this as they do. Going to the end of the game, 0-0, 7-0, 7-0 still. Ravens scoring 7, 10-7. Halftime score of 17-7. Pretty good stuff for the defense so far. As they give up a touchdown, pretty much immediately after I said that. Offense got to do better, though. The defense is giving them a chance. The defense will not hold on. It is 17-all. We have not scored a point since the first half. 4th and 7. Are you going to kick this field goal? I believe in Daniel Carlson. I paid him a 1-year, 5.2. My boy. Of course, the problem is, now you're looking at a bad situation yourself. Justin Tucker, I believe, misses the game winner. Could have been blocked. Could have been someone else. But oh my, I know Justin Tucker isn't quite what he once was. But wow. Johnston technically outplaying Lamar Jackson. Rushing. Jeanty getting outplayed by Valentine. Wide receivers, good across the board. Stanley got cooked. Matabike cooked us as well. Who got cooked for us? Stanley got cooked for them. Powers Johnson. But also Cole Brown for them. Pass rush was off the chain. 2 for Scorton. 2.5 for Crosby. Echo with 1.5 as a freaking off ball. 1 for Wilkins. Pick for Jonathan Jones, who's... Oh, it is Cade York, and someone different did get blocked as well, so it's not even his fault technically. But yeah, Jonathan Jones, corner 4, corner 5 on this team. I don't know how the hell that happened, but sure, we'll take it. As we are in the divisional round, we beat the Ravens. I mean, that's pretty good. And I mean, you can't even say, oh, it's the Chiefs' scheme, because we put up 20 points and it took overtime to do that, So, hey, not bad. We have the Bills now, who just won a Super Bowl. We're 5 overalls higher than them, but it's still a team that just won the Super Bowl. It's not a super comfortable feeling. As we are now headed to the end of the game, the Bills scoring much quicker than the Ravens did. 7 points right out the gate, 10-7. We're scoring more, though, sort of, than before. Yeah, 21-10. Much better. And this is the Bills' defense. This is a defense that we struggle every rebuild on to score, as you're kind of seeing it here right now. But this defense of our own, unbelievable. 24-10 over the Bills. Looking quite impressive. 1 touchdown, did throw that pick, but so did Josh Allen. Rushing Jeanty, man, he has really just not showed up in the playoffs. I know he's got 2 touchdowns, and 2 touchdowns are huge, but 3.5 yards per carry when James Cook on the other side is doing 4.8 with a much worse team. Yeah, I mean, it leaves some to be desired. Christie, 85 yards, no touchdowns, but he's been a great player. What is his overall, actually? Look at Max. 5 sacks, almost maxing out. Scoring with 1.5, Rousseau with 1, Echo with 1 again. Dwayne Carter with 1, and a bunch of halves. Hairston and Andrews with picks apiece, and Bass blocked just like Cade York before him. This team, this special teams is even getting after it. We about to have ourselves a magical run. Just tell me the Chiefs aren't in it still. Division rival, and they're just the Chiefs in general. They aren't. Okay, how did they lose? Was it right away? They lost to the Chargers very first round. Then, of course, you see the Colts here. Actually, I could probably start looking at, well, I guess it doesn't really prove that we didn't force win or anything like that. But I could start looking at it this way, too, and how, teams got here and whatnot. Looking at the other side, the Lions and the Bears in the championship. That's a pretty cool Super Bowl, or, well, not Super Bowl, but championship round. NFC North and the AFC West, not the South, automatically in the Super Bowl. So, division battle in the championship round. I don't know why I said South. That's freaking Jaguars. I don't know why I said Jaguars as if that's their division. Who is the favorite there? Because Houston, that offensive line, dude. Who do you guys have as the favorites for the South? Jacksonville, I think? Man, that division, man. Oof. Either way, here it is. The Chargers, 87 overall. We're 90, unless we went up even higher, which I doubt it. Just got to 90, so doubt it. Either way, Super Bowl bound, potentially. One thing I will say, though, it sure is nice having a proven edge rusher like Max Crosby. Although it seems to be doing nothing so far. We're getting whomped on. 17-7, 24-7. Huge drive, though. We're not out of this. We're still holding steady. Down 10. That was our chance. Here it is. 3-point game. Our drive, our ball. Defense kind of waking up a little bit. 4th and 3. I mean, you really don't need to go for this. And not getting this is basically a guaranteed score. I know they just need like a first down. But at the same time, I think you can get this. Williams, tough one. Drops it. Oh my God, how do you drop that? That is free, and he drops it. Oh, wow. I mean, it wasn't even like he got hit as he was catching it. Like, he had it in his hands and then got hit, like, afterwards. 4th and 9. I mean, they get the field goal, so you can see why we go for it there. It doesn't absolutely kill you. Oh, 10-yard loss by freaking Frank Ragnow on a penalty, and then we lose 2 more downs without even getting a single yard. I mean, it's not like we have to win this game, but it's just, I would like to win it. Why not? Oh, free rush. Oh, no. The block and release running back. That's what we had on that play, right? Jeanty just missed him, I think. Brother, he ran out instantly. He just left us. Chrissy would have been, or whoever that is, would have been open. Well, there's that game, unfortunately. 3rd and 7, 4th and 1. Did they go for a field goal there? What was that? Did they go for it? I think they went for it and failed. 4th and 17 for all the marbles. One play. Realistically, like, you can't even just get the first down. You need the touchdown here pretty much. And last time we had freaking Jeanty on a round. That did not go well for us. Can we do like... I really wish that was a corner from Bowers. Get a block from Jeanty. All right, we're looking for it. Bowers! He's open! And he drops it too! There's no way! Oh my God. It sounded like I was going down a slide there, dude. I just don't want to keep yelling. I kind of want to lower it down a little bit. Literally the perfect read. Oh my God, dude. You're telling me Brock Bowers is dropping this? Oof. Oh my. Well, there's that. There was our chance at the Super Bowl. I mean, you literally kick an extra point and win the game. Brock Bowers, 4th and 17, one of the craziest playoff, especially NFC championship plays ever. And instead, it's all for nothing. It's Jover. Johnson wasn't a great game, but it wasn't a bad game. 312, 62% completion percentage. I mean, it's right up there. It's a good game. Jeanty, Johnson had a 1-yard rushing touchdown. McConkey killed us. Bowers, though, just an absolute sell, dude. Damn. Defense pass rush wasn't as good as it usually is, but another missed kick. Wasn't a block this time, but I mean, we've been getting all these missed kicks, too. We blew it. I mean, Bowers literally just catches that, and we win the game. We're in the Super Bowl. Instead, we're heading to year 4 with the most massive what could have been situations. That sucks. I know the Ravens are about to catch a stray here. It's not as bad, technically, as the Andrews play, because that Andrews one is, I mean, that should have been the easiest thing in the world, but at the same time, for a guy like Bowers, that also should have been pretty much guaranteed. That sucks. All right, rooting for the Lions here. Nope, the Chargers win it all. Not only do we lose to our division rival, but they also go on to win it all. Tyreek Hill retiring a Falcon, mind you. Let's take a look at the team. We got 68 million left, so we are chilling, but we do have Wilkins. Looking at the team offensively, Johnson obviously goes to star. Christie, 85 overall superstar. Damn. There's an opportunity there. Wide open, too, dude. He's so open. Like, of all the players on that route, I wanted that corner, and it worked. I knew that was going to be the play to go, and unfortunately, wasted opportunity. Let's take a look at the defense. What is Wilkins looking like? We kind of held off because I was worried about a regression. Does drop down 2 overall, so that was significant enough. And it scored, like we talked about, the tackles for a loss ends up getting that superstar dev. So be patient. If it's destined to be, it'll happen. He'll get to superstar, though. Don't worry about it. Don't get too rambunctious. Don't get too wild with it. But yeah, we'll see what we want to do with re-signings. Blake Cashman, I think we'll let go. He's not a bad overall at this point, but I think we can still do better. We forgot to draft a linebacker. If we didn't, though, we would have probably had another 80-plus overall in his place already. Brother, it's getting worse. Get a razor. What is he doing? Jeanty needs a 5-year option. Obviously, with him having a red interest, I want to, delay that as long as possible. Myers is gone. Wilkins, I'm willing to still do that 1 year 25 if he's down, which he is. Keep the team intact for at least one more season. I think we're going to need a new DT to replace him next season. But the rest, even though there's some pretty good players here, some starters, some backups, I think are going to all be free agents. $43 million. Probably not going to spend any money in free agency. I'm pretty happy with the roster anyways, but definitely going to start future-proofing that O-line because, there's no way we can afford all of these linemen. We got 3 90-plussers. There's no shot. But I am curious to see if there's maybe a 1-year guy. Gibbs, McConkey, they just won a Super Bowl with, and they're like, no, get off this damn team. DeJean, can't believe he's a free agent. There's some pretty damn good players here. Oh, I've never had Zach Vaughn, especially as this caliber. This would be sick, dude. I only want to do 1 year, though, because like I said, I'm kind of worried about the future of this team. I think money's going to be a problem, but I can definitely do a 1 year. We can definitely live with a 1 year. Come on, Vaughn. Yes! 89 overall, Zach Vaughn. We have, no weaknesses, really, on this team. Still going to be drafting a linebacker, though, I think, because we need future-proof. Either way, man, this free agency, dude, it has been unbelievable. This is easily the most active we've ever been in free agency in a rebuild, without a doubt. Wow, 89 overall. So 89, 89, 91, 82, 90. One of the best offensive lines we've ever had. Maybe the best we've ever had. And then, Jameson Williams hasn't been great, but he's in good. And then Chrissy, obviously, looks to be the future. And then Higgins, 80 overall. We're probably going to trade him off here for, late third, early fourth. Ballin will be our middle linebacker. We could definitely use a safety. So going into this offseason, DT, because we're, future-proofing Wilkins. Middle linebacker, because we're future-proofing Bond. Safety, because we're future-proofing, maybe even starting over Nick Cross. And then O-line, because, we're trying to make sure we can afford this team at some point. One of these linemen will be gone. Yo, this is the craziest I've ever seen. Yes, we've seen that Tampa Bay quarterback situation, but we actually have the number 1 and 2 overall picks from trade downs last year. I'll show you guys the schedule. We didn't force any wins or get any craziness going in there at all. They just were that bad. That's crazy, dude. Wow. That's insane. I don't know what else to tell you. I chose 2 teams that were on the board each time for the trades, and I just made them manual trades instead. So they were the ones that were interested. They were interested. It's just, that's kind of insane. There's no way I can trade both those down. That'd be insane. Gonna have to take somebody. I don't know who the hell, but somebody. Yeah, kind of crazy, dude. Pick 1 and 2. There was a really fast... Oh, yeah, he might be generational. I was about to say, there's a really fast running back. Doesn't look amazing, but a 4.2, 4.40, I don't know if I can pass on that. I don't have a need here, so I'm just going to take him. Gordon Drummond, we're going to have the best running back duo in the league. He is one. Hidden dev, 97 speed, 92 excel. I was looking for generationals. I was looking at speed across the board. I don't know if there's another generational. Maybe there's a lineman. I didn't really look at lineman too bad. But as far as generational players go, that running back was the only guy that I would say has a good chance to be. Everyone else, not so much. So it is what it is. Oh, well, damn. Darren Samuel. This could be one of the greatest drafts we've ever had. Darren Samuels. Do I really? I don't need him that bad. I would like to trade down a little bit. Just a little bit. So we're going to try to go down to like, I don't know, Jets. We could probably go down to the Steelers because they're not going to need edge rusher, right? Let's go to the Steelers if they want to offer. Damn, I almost didn't throw that third on next year. We got a second and a third this with a third next to move down to 7. Pick 2, man. Pick 1 and 2. They got so much value. We'll see if Samuel's there. We might be selling by making this trade down, but I don't need any of them that bad. And they're still there. Okay, dude, I'm going to take them. Man, some of the trade downs we had in this draft, though, this rebuild have been absolutely insane. To still get Jeanty at 12, could have gotten McMillan at 12 as well. We're going to go Samuels, and we're going to trade up, I think, and grab the cornerback. Darren Samuels, pick 4 true. Of course he's normal. Damn, dude, that's not a great pick then. I wanted somebody that could develop in the background, and then, by the time Max Crosby, goes, you can just start Samuels, but not happening there, I'll tell you that much. And here we are. A little surprised to see that corner still here. We're going to trade up 7 spots to the Ravens and grab that corner. This is 3 top 5 players in the same draft class, mind you. 3 of them. Also got a couple of decent-looking safeties. Might go that route as well. Ward looks good. I think he'll be hidden dev. Number 3. Ooh, no, he's not. He is normal dev. Oh, well, we need the depth anyways. And then this pick, I'm going to look, but probably will be a trade down. Oh, actually, I still have that tight end. He's still there, dude. I'm taking him. We're going bonkers, dude. 21 true. Hitting dev. We have an 88 speed, 91 acceleration, 6'3 tight end as a backup. We basically just drafted another Brock Bowers. That's wild, man. And then with this pick, I'm going to take Philip Shepard. Decently fast corner, 22 years old. 15 true talent. And I think he's starting over our free safety currently. All right. Nick Cross might be benched. And now we're going to take a linebacker, Devin Duon, 54 true. Damn, another normal, man. We're selling a little bit, but, I mean, we're doing okay. Really would like to get a lineman here. Kind of sold on that. O-line, I mean, there's a couple of decent ones there. Day 3 Clifford. Day 3 Clifford makes sense. Linebacker we just took. DT, I'll wait on DT. I think DT is one of those positions you want to wait on and actually start them the year you get them. But that being said, he's still here, dude. I mean, why not grab both? Let's go Kitchens and then trade up for the lineman. Another normal, dude. My first instinct to let him go was absolutely the correct one, but too late. We ended up taking him anyways. We ended up trading a third next, a 5th this to go up to the Cardinals. That was our extra 3rd round pick we had from that trade down from 2. We actually don't have any draft picks future-wise extra. Rashad anyways. Clifford, 342. He looks okay. That's who I'm going to go for. 51 true talent. Also normal. So we did land a lot more normals than I was willing to be happy about. That kind of sucks, but what's done is done. It still is a pretty good draft. That running back's definitely generational. That 4.2, 4.40 is just insane. And we're going to try to hit it again. Trying to hit a hidden dev fullback. Oh, this guy looks pretty promising. D'Angelo Smith, 93 true. Damn, normal dev. I was feeling it for a moment. I was thinking it was going to be not quite, but either way. Let's take a look at this draft class. Should be some pretty good players. You had 3 top 5ers. How high are we talking 1 overall? We drafted 2 Jeantys pretty much. I mean, he's faster than Jeanty, arguably better than him because of that speed. But another 83 overall running back. We genuinely drafted 2 Jeantys. That's crazy. Is that in the title? Does that make the title? Darren McFadden number? Oh! Only start Evan, 83 overall, 97 speed. That's kind of absurd. Darren Samuels, replacing for Max Crosby. Insane finesse. Not right now, obviously, but, the replacement for when, he's gone, obviously. Jay Ward, slot corner right now, I think. Number 32, looking pretty cool, actually, for the Raiders. Tight end, 75 overall. Benji Belzer. Very fast. Obviously, kind of raw, but you basically got yourself 2 Brock Bowers. Need some work, but that's crazy. Start to have a view of Superstar Plus that have been really solidified as that. Free safety, Philip Shepard. I mean, if there was any one guy that was going to be hidden that we needed to be hidden, it was him. Shepard's actually a guy we physically need a starting position at. To either replace Dev, star Dev. Not really a spectacular class, though. Some really high overalls. I mean, these guys are great. But as far as like what it looked like before we drafted them and what it looks like after, it could have been better. right? We could have had Superstar Plus, realistically X Factor for that running back. The edge could have been Superstar. The corner could have been regular star. Instead, most of those guys we missed out on the dev. Even Clifford, good overall, but normal development trait. See if I was right about generationals. Yeah, it doesn't seem like any of the other guys were generational after all, so whoops. Either way, 1 and 2. We also, actually, no, we do have an extra pick, don't we? We got a first round next year, right? Or did we not? I don't think we did, actually. Oh, we did. Was that what we got? I don't know. Either way, we do have a lot. Oh, no, that was this year. Yeah, we don't have extra picks. We're GG'd. Whoops. Either way, the team is so good. Year 4, this is one of the most stacked rosters we've ever had. Our backup running back is now going to be like one of the best running backs in the entire league, and once again, he's not even a starter. I know it'd be another regular occurrence for us, but this really does feel like a Super Bowl roster, right? Look at how much talent there is. Wide receiver definitely could use a little bit of work, but they're good players. 88 overall, 86 overall. Green's a solid slot receiver, solid quarterback, great tight end, great backup tight end. Offensive line is the best in the league, easily. You have the best running back duo in the league. And then you look at the defensive side of the ball, one of the best edge rush, duos in the league. DTs are really good. Linebackers are solid. Safeties are okay. Corners both 87. There's no team that is as balanced and stacked across the board with that much depth in the entire league. We are by far the best. $135 million. What is going to cost us? So Bowers, obviously. Scorton, obviously. Greg Newsome, probably. Mondon, I can't say. Very expensive player. Bond, if he wasn't so old, I actually probably would prefer him over Mondon here, but we might lose both. Tom, I don't know about. These contracts aren't all terrible, but somebody's got to give. I think Wilkins is gone. You have Johnston coming up at $50 million. You're looking at $60 million per. So, obviously you got to go for the guys you definitely can't lose, right? Bowers, Scorton, minimum. Scorton first as well. He's just edge. Super important position. He's actually really turned into a really good player. $109 million left. I'm not going to spend much more than this. I think a 4-year for Bowers because he's a tight end after all. Mondon, what is this? This is 16 and about per year. I don't know if I could pull that off. And then offensive line. Both the tackles have actually been pretty bad for us. I suppose we're going to choose one. It would probably be Zach Tom because he's younger. Cole Miller's 32, so. I guess we'll pay Tom, but yeah, I wouldn't want to pay any other lineman. 3 or 76, we'd have 63. That was actually probably a bad decision, honestly, because look at the quarterback situation. $50 million per, might be more than that. $18 million for Andrews. That's already more than we can afford as is. Oh well, just tag him and bag him, I guess, and let the future us worry about it. Headed to the playoffs, which of course we're in, but with a team this good, you would expect a bye week. Instead, we're on the road at 12-5. Lovely. Just can't beat the Chiefs, I guess. Just simply can't beat the Chiefs. Lost to them both times this year. I don't know. I guess the Chiefs are just that good. They're that goated. Really good season, but still just feels lackluster because of that. You're on the road at 12-5. It just feels wrong. 10-7 is a home game. 12-5 is just not. Either way, we had 2 guys in the top 3 for yards on offense. Johnson, 43 touchdowns, 7 picks, just about 4,700 yards. Jeanty, one of his best, if not the best season he's had. Williams, pretty good. Isn't enough for a dev up, though. I don't know. Bowers, really good. Christie, really good. Green, actually really good as well. Jeanty, good receiving numbers. Cole Miller giving up a billion sacks again. Ragnow, 8 sacks allowed for a really high overall center. Tell me the point. Just tell me the point. Zach Tom, pretty good for a tackle. Crosby, 17 sacks, killing it. Bennett, 9 sacks, killing it. Wilkins, 8.5, killing it. And then and 89 overall, putting up, mediocre numbers with 99 power move. Just, I don't know. I guess he's not good enough. I don't know. Picks really, really low. Carlson, not great. Cole, always going to be great, so I'm not worried about that. Yearly awards, our guy, number 5. Any actual award wins, though? Best running back, it's pretty cool, I guess. Will be the year he gets the X Factor or not? I don't know. Let's go into this playoff game, though, where you're going against the Bills in round 1. This could be a real lackluster one. Can we get lucky? Been a couple of non-Year 4 Super Bowls lately. Had a Year 5 and a no-year one where we just didn't win one at all. 24-7. One hell of a start. Starting off strong in the second half, too. 38-10 so far. 38-17. 45-17. What a performance by both sides of the ball. To show, hey, yeah, this is bullcrap. We should not be on the road at 12-5. Johnson was insane. This is not a team you want to face. It's just not a team you want to face at all. And we really showed in that first game. Scort and Bennett both with 2 sacks apiece. Wilkins with a sack. Crosby with a sack. I mean, just a perfect game there. Newsom, intercepted a ball, and pretty damn good performance across the board. And we have the Ravens. Just tell me the Chiefs. I could have looked at it the other way, but just tell me the Chiefs aren't in it. That's not what I want to do. Let's take a look at the Ravens. Tell me the freaking Ravens lost, because they didn't have the bye. Well, maybe they did have the bye week. Did they? I really don't know. Of course they had the freaking bye week. Come on, Broncos. This division's insane, by the way. All 3? No. 3 teams with 12 wins plus, but not all 3. Number 1 seed is the Chiefs. Ugh, what a disaster. Could have been us. It should have been me. 4 overalls on the Ravens. Come on. Let's get back to that championship round. Pick 30 is lame. Thought I'd share that. 7-0 for Baltimore. 14-0. 17-0. Already the same amount of points the Bills scored all last week in basically one quarter, 24-14. It's not over, though. It's a 3-point game. This team has come back from the dead and now are with ball up 4. Touchdown basically wins it. 4th and 6. I mean, this is a field position that is just not friendly. Like, you're just a little outside of field goal range. You're too close for a good punt because you might kick that into the end zone. I think you go for it. Bowers, unbelievable speed. You just can't stop that speed. First down could be the game winner. Let's see if this team can finish the drive and take them to the championship round. Huge drive, another first down, a touchdown to seal it. As we're going to win 35-24. What a comeback. Down 17-0 at one point. Resilience. Johnson, great performance. That one pick didn't help, but, he had a good performance. Jeanty was solid. Receivers, Bowers with a huge game there. John Black, was that one of the tall wide receivers we passed on? Sack totals, not really many, but they did have us beat there. Marlon Humphrey with a pick, kicking 1-1, and I don't know why I thought it was like, there was a position I wanted to see there. Maybe it was kicker. I don't know, but we're praying for the Broncos, man. Just come on, Denver. Like, just win a game here, please. I would really appreciate it. One game, all you need. Get the damn bye week, you win one game, you're in the championship round. Unbelievable, and of course they do it. Of course. Please at least tell me the Broncos fought them valiantly, I guess. I keep looking at it the wrong way, by the way. Like, just, please? Not really. They got beat by 20. Okay. This is going to be a tough task. Anything but pick 30, dude. Like, just get us to the Super Bowl. Even if we lose, it's fine. As long as we get there, it'd be fantastic. All right, going to the end of the game. A little bit of a rainy one. Chiefs start out with 7. Last week, we gave a bunch of points right out the gate. This one, a little bit less, a little bit more resistance. 14-7. Huge drive by the Chiefs, but it was only a field goal, not a touchdown. We're up by 18 points. Gonna run away with it. 42-17. Unbelievable. If they could do that to the Broncos and we could do that to them, we are by far the best team in this division, and maybe even the league. It's basically a 70-point win over the Broncos. Kind of, sort of. Like, we just smoked the Chiefs. Johnson made Mahomes look like the rookie. Jeanty, killer game. I mean, 105 yards on 18 carries when your long was 9 is really good. Christie, 14 catches for 146 with a touchdown. Bowers was great. Look at this performance as a team. Sacks pretty low. They had the majority of them. Mondon with a pick. He's been getting a lot of interceptions, actually, but here it is for all the marbles in the Super Bowl. At this rate, we've faced a gauntlet. The Bills, the Ravens, and the Chiefs to get here. I would honestly say just give us a tough team. Like, the one team we'll lose to is the team that doesn't deserve to be there. And the Cowboys are that tough team, especially in Madden. It's a team that is hard to beat. Real life, it would have been gone by now probably. But in-game, definitely a formidable foe, if you will. Dev-ups for a lot of our players. A lot of them. It sucks Jameson didn't get one, but Jeanty, now the 99 overall X-Factor. He, of course, went up in Dev. Then we, of course, have our quarterback, Bobby Johnson, who's having a pretty good playoffs here. 91 overall with Superstar Dev. Took a little while to get there. That first season kind of wasted, but we got some overalls in there and ended up becoming a really good high dev player. Bowers, now X Factor. You want your tight ends to get going. That's the spot. Put them on the Chiefs. Chiefs scheme, you'll get it going. Wide receivers both about 90 overall. I mean, this team's insane. This team's truly insane. And then defensive line. I don't think a single person, maybe Mondon went up. Yeah, I think Mondon went up to superstar, but that's not really going to help us re-sign him, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, this would be, I wouldn't say the perfect year to win it, because I really do like that clean 5-year mark, but as far as like how the team is going to regress because we can't afford players, yeah, technically this is like the window. I mean, you maybe get one more year out of it, but that's about it. Once you pay Bobby Johnston, it's over. Either way, though, 89 Cowboys, 93 us. Actually, you know what? Let's actually take a look how the Cowboys got here. Cowboys, while usually, one of those strong teams in Sim, hasn't really been in a whole lot of Super Bowls lately to me, or for me. 7-point win over the Rams for the Cowboys, 8-point win over the Eagles, 6-point win over the Vikings. I mean, we've had some really high-scoring games, some big winning deficits. I don't even know if you call it deficit for the other team, but I think this could be one of those scary games for us. Ferguson's also a superstar X Factor. Okay, the Cowboys scheme must be good for tight ends unless they change their scheme. Here we go to the end of the game. 3-0. Still 3-0. Still 3-0. 6-0. 13-0. Looking pretty good. 16-0. I mean, we could put them away at any point. 23-8 after a massive passing touchdown by the Cowboys. They get a field goal. It's 23-11. 23-18. The massive choke is on, but the offense finally wakes up and seemingly will win a awkward one. 30-25 for the Super Bowl victory. Of course, we built ourselves basically a super squad. Going to be losing a lot of those players this offseason, so really just built the dream team, honestly. Like, Zach Bond's going to be gone, Mondon's going to be gone, Colton Miller's going to be gone, Wilkins going to be gone. There's probably another name I'm just forgetting here. Newsom might be gone. I think the smartest thing would be to let him go. This is the last year the team is truly like one of the greatest ever assembled. I mean, this is, as far as names and overalls go, one of our better, high overall complete team, right? We have 2 90-plus edge rushers, a whole offensive line of like 90-plusers. That is rare to see. Bobby Johnston technically did not outperform Dak Prescott because his long wasn't great, his average wasn't great, and of course completion percentage is kind of low. Rushing, though, very mid from both sides. I mean, that's crazy. Looking at the receivers, Golden was unbelievable. They took him really high, too. Lamb, solid. Christie was pretty good. Actually, wasn't Golden even higher than that? Did they let him go and then they picked the Cowboys picked him up? I don't even know. Bennett, 3 sacks, unbelievable. 1.5 for Wilkins, 1 for Eckel. Eckel's just been getting a ton of random sacks here and there. Eckel with a pick. Cole Holcomb with a pick. Clean kicking. And a Super Bowl win as the Las Vegas Raiders. And once again, no funny business as far as, the scheme and all that. Went with the Chiefs offense, try to get that tight end going. And then, of course, the Bills defense. It's like the premium 4-3 defense playbook. But at the same time, I mean, Scorden underperformed where he was at. He was a 90-plus overall, and, he's just struggling to even get to double digits. It's half of that even at times. But we'll take a look at the team as you got yourself an offensive line, 89, 90, 91, 85, 91. What a juggernaut of offensive linemen. I mean, this is a really good squad. This is a team, that should not only have the overalls, but for the most part, I would imagine has the balance as well. It's going to be really awkward when I see, that's what to say when I see some kind of iffy finesse blocking sets, but he's good. He's a pretty good player across the board. Frank Ragnow, there's kind of no point. He's only getting worse, sort of. Already a really good player. We've seen it a million times. Zach Tom, kind of seen that a million times too, but look at how good he is, dude. The power blocking can be definitely worked on, but base blocking, base finesse, some of the most important things, especially for a tackle, and he was basically maxed, especially for a tight end. Mr. Brock Bowers, X Factor, 89 speed, insane catching, insane route running, even deep threats, not that bad, deep route. So definitely go with that, I think. Vertical threat, pretty good. Usually do miss out on that deep route, but I don't know if possession gives it to you anyways, because no matter who it is, I almost always see that deep threat kind of low, the deep route running anyways. Jameson Williams, 90 overall. What is he looking like? Release and short route could use some work, but overall, for a high flyer, it's not bad. It's not bad. Didn't really put up a spectacular season, but I still think he probably, at least especially this season, deserved a dev up. Regardless, though, Brett Christie, 89 overall. Deep route also pretty bad, but very good catching ratings, very good route running, and release is decent. Obviously, the height, speed, it's all solid. Look at the rest of the team. Oops, did not want to go that way. We wanted to look at Jeanty. And, of course, the quarterback, Johnston, 99 overall Jeanty. We just looked at him, but didn't really kind of quick glanced. Would be nice to get the trucking and stiff arm up. What abilities did it give him? I mean, completely random. Yeah, not really great for his actual skill set, but whatever. I mean, it's the thought that counts. I don't know what that even means here. Bobby Johnston, 6'4", 24 years old, superstar dev. Deep accuracy, glad to see it actually got up there because he started off with way better short route or short accuracy than his deep threat accuracy, his deep accuracy. Play action's pretty mid, but everything else is great. Awareness only 82, though, surprisingly enough. Though with someone as high overall as he would, the awareness would have been through the roof, but I guess he just didn't really get many points. We now move on to the defensive side of the ball. Mr. Greg Newsome didn't really go up much from when we got him, but maybe regressed a little bit. I don't think he would have, though. Yeah, he's only 28. Maybe going on 29 here in a moment, but great man and press. Great press man guy. Zone's okay. Good catching. Very fast, 93 speed. Solid player. Always a guy that I target in fantasy drafts and all that kind of stuff. Andrews, 89 overall. As advertised. Really good man and zone. Press is right up there too. Really good corner too. Definitely the heir to the throne. Technically should be the number 1 corner right now. Ward's too new to really even honestly care about. 98 overall, Max Crosby. So old, but so goated. Really good stuff there. I mean, almost 99 and the 3 main things that matter for a pass rusher. Look at the other side now. Nick Scorin, I'm really surprised by the seasons he's had. 90 overall here, but I mean, really lackluster stuff, especially this last season. But, 4.5, I get it. Rookie, 13.5, great. We're on to something. Maybe double digit from here on out. 8.5 down to 5 as his best overall. 89 overall, 90 overall, kind of in that range. Didn't matter. It didn't seem to matter. Bennett, the new heir to the throne at DT, like we talked about before. 94 finesse. Wilkins is gone. So, move up who you have waiting or, kind of go for someone else. I don't even know if I would say waiting. These guys are both normal dev, but they're sort of waiting. Mondin, 85 overall. We took a look at him before. Very good coverage ratings and very expensive, mind you. Zach Bond, don't know what his regression would be like, but I'm still curious to see what he looks like right now. 90 overall, 31 years old. So good for that age, though. Great coverage, great block shed, decently fast, great tackle, hit power, pursuit, all that good stuff. Then we look at the other side. Mitch Eckel, 83 overall. I was about to say, very raw ratings, and it's because they've been making him a finesse guy. Well, it turns out we didn't need Darren down there because we've got ourselves an edge rusher as is. It sucks that happens, by the way. It's so stupid. But let's take a look at Jeremy Chin, who once again just absolutely surprised me in this one. 88 overall, great man cover, zone coverage, very good hit power. Pursuit, tackle, play, rec awareness, speed, obviously, with that size. Unbelievable. And then, obviously, the X Factor, which is really, really surprising. He went from star to X Factor. And then we have Philip Shepard, the rookie safety, 78 overall. It went up a little bit, but nothing insanely spectacular. Like we see some of these DTs go and, go from a 71 overall normal to like an 85 overall superstar by the end of the year. But I get it's a little different of a position as well. But regardless, that is pretty much going to be it for this one. Year 4, dude. It is just the magical season for me. But yeah, anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I really do appreciate getting support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PKR Plays for non-Madden content. Probably going to be another episode of It Takes Two with my friend Schultz over there on the second channel. So check it out. Maybe subscribe if you're new. And that's pretty much going to be it. If you guys have any suggestions for a rebuild you'd like to see next, doesn't even have to be a realistic style rebuild. It could be, a kind of random rebuild where you're like, I want to see the 49ers with 21-year-old Aaron Rodgers. See what happens when they, if they didn't make the mistake of going Alex Smith over him. Random like that, challenge rebuild where, different parameters are set where I can only draft a certain way in a fantasy draft or regular CPU drafts, whatever. Let me know in the comment section below. And that's pretty much going to be it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. A lot of content yet to come. Probably nothing on the main channel tomorrow, but the weekend for sure. So be on the lookout. But until next video, see ya. And of course, once again, shout out to the members. And I will start to, anyone that rejoins that's, maybe not been a member for a little bit or whatever. I'll mention them. Combine Legend rejoining as a member a few days ago. Appreciate you a ton. And of course, all of you guys that are already members. And if you aren't already a member, you're curious about it, click the join button next to the subscribe button. All the details will be in there. We have a members exclusive rebuild every month on the 15th. Usually it's a little bit kind of like a challenge rebuild. We'll probably never have like regular realistic style rebuilds, members only, because then it feels kind of paywall-y. But I still want to be like, hey, here's, a little something for you, give me a little something. But regardless, member or not, appreciate y'all for watching. Take care and see ya.